Okay, today is Wednesday, November 13th, 2013, and I'm heading back to the South of Market Health Clinic because, as you've seen the other videos, how I was maltreated before and following up. The reason I'm heading back is to make a good faith effort to get this situation cleared up before they do what I think they're going to do, which is patient dump me and, perform illegality, since there's nobody who enforces the law, as I've shown you all along. I have a appointment today that was made, by the person who wrote me the prescription for the lab work follow-up. It is at 12:30. Also, that person, gave me a referral for psychiatric help, which, at this point I've been more than willing to seek, and just not been provided in this, of course, continuing farce of a game that's considered, medical care in San Francisco. You've also seen where I've gone in and, spoken to them about my prescription that I wanted to get changed so that I could afford it to, get what I needed, and the prescription was taken. You saw where I asked about the dental help, everything else, the Obamacare, and was never followed up with that either. What we have is a society that is based on false illusions and, no specific performance or verification of such a performance. In the old days in computer programming, it was known as garbage in, garbage out. It's a wonderful, beautiful theory to say that, everybody has insurance. It doesn't mean that they have access to decent care or any type of care, as, my videos have shown you. Now, you have to realize that as a disabled person, this really begs the question as to whether anything works as accountable or even humane in this world. Which, of course, continues to beg the question that I've asked all along, who would want to live in a society like this that's rigged, unaccountable, and inhumane? Now, another question you need to ask yourself is, as I come in here to follow up, remember, there is protocols, there are standards of care, there is standards of practice issues when it comes to medical law. You don't take a patient and all of a sudden change his protocols and the way he's being treated, and other things. For example, I guess a good example would be that you don't take a patient who has a therapy dog and, ask him to, part with his therapy dog if you've been seeing the patient with the therapy dog. This is part of the programmatic access for the people who are disabled, the things that make them feel safe and everything else. You will note that, I have all along informed them, of what my disability is and everything else, and naturally the videotaping had never been a problem. I can't believe how loud all the noises are today, but, I just take it as typical for me, considering that today was very difficult because, not only am I sick, but as I stressed before many, many times, the last thing I want to do is get up and fight for what's right, every day of this non-existence. Again, this is to show what the games and the inhumanity are in the healthcare industry, and naturally, what I've received at the department of all, everybody involved. So, just watch as I go in to follow up on, my lab results, and of course speak to the doctor or the nurse, and ask the proper questions and go forward if I'm even allotted that humanity, or if I'm told basically that, they're no longer serving me and, they patient dump me, and of course I've already discontinued my medication, break the law in addition. I guess we'll just have to see.